Hi everyone, welcome back to Teal Omega, and today I'm going to be doing some fun little crafts for dolls. Oops. So this is my doll Catherine. She is a made-to-move purple top, and she has all the points of articulation that I think is normal for a Barbie doll like her. Now I'm going to do a couple things, and she's going to be our model. Yay! So the first craft we're going to do is we're going to make a hat for her. We're going to make a nice winter hat since it just snowed where I live. So we've got white yarn, so I'm going to make a white hat, and we're going to need paper towel rolls, scissors, and actually that's about it. But we also will be using glue, either a glue stick or a hot glue gun. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we want to cut this very thin. Now it is going to squash, but that's fine. There, now we have this thin, I'm going to cut it like this. And we're going to test it around the doll's head to get a good size. There. Now we're just going to mark that with a pencil. You can take it off. And now we're going to, hot glue mishap. I'm going to just hot glue that down. Hot. There. Now it's the size of a Barbie doll head. And then also, I just got some new paper for my background so that it's not a bunch of pieces of little paper, and I'm really liking it. Okay, now we're just going to trim the excess. There. And we're going to make some big, nice long strings, about like that size, so that it folds over and it's still nice and long. Now we're just going to make a bunch of these, so I will be right back when that's done. Okay, so I cut a lot of these strings, and the thing about these is you can make them as long as you want, you just don't want them to be too short. So now we're going to take one, fold it over, and put it in this kind of knot, making a loop and going through. Tightening it, and you want to squish it together so that it's a nice, neat knot, like that. Now, you're going to do this over and over again, around and around and around and around, and you just keep on going like this, and you squish them together, so you're going to need a lot of them. So now we have all these strings, and it has a nice border, and they're all going out. So now we're going to do another test on the doll. There we go. It's nice and snug. So now we're just going to make the tie off. So we're going to take an extra string and just figure out where we want it to tie off. Tie it off right there, and make a couple knots. Go around again, keep tying this as many times as possible, because this is going to be big. and it's going to need a lot of knots. So the last knot should definitely be a double or triple knot, just so that it's extra secure. And there. Now I'm going to cut these off very close to the bottom, and we can always flip that around so you can't see it. Now we have this little hat with a giant pom-pom, so we need to make that pom-pom smaller. Cut all that off. And now you can just kind of shape it to the way you want it. It's going to make a mess. And also, you can save all this for stuffing for when you're sewing like a pillow or something. So that's something that you can do with all that for recycling. Now the knot's now we want the knot in the back. So it is a bit tight on the doll. I could have made it bigger because this will add a bit of, because the string will add some thickness. But if I just squish it on there. There! She's got her hat on. So cute. I'm not good with made-to-move dolls. So it looks like this inside. You can see all the strings together. And, mine snapped. Okay, so mine snapped. That was a complete accident, but it does fit. You are going to want to make yours a bit looser on the head. But that is a good mistake because now mine fits better. And I can definitely fix that. So that is my first craft of the video. A little hat. Now, I liked the hat idea so much, I came up with 2 ideas. Goodness. So cute. Then now I have 2 more crafts that I thought would go well with my little hat design. So I have embroidery floss here, which is a good size for doll yarn. Uh-oh, it's in a little knot. There. Now, I'm going to take this and put a little dot of hot glue on the end. Oh no. That didn't work well. Just going to do this with my fingers. There. I just have this little ball of hot glue at the end of the string, and I'm going to wrap it around. Just like this. The hot glue in the ball is to make the shape a bit easier to find. Wrapping. There. Now this is just a little ball of yarn for the doll. This idea is really simple, but I think it works in a very effective way. And actually, the string is still usable, so your dolls can use it for a craft. To the side. Now, for the last one, and I'm very excited to do this. Just gonna cut this in half. So we're going to make little knitting needles. There we go. So for this craft, you need toothpicks, an X-Acto knife, struggling, there, and hot glue and paint. Now, this part you will want an adult supervision for. You're just going to kind of smooth it. You can also do this with scissors. but you just kind of want to thin it out. Uh-oh. There. It's not too much smaller, but it does have a thinner point now. Ooh, that is sharp. Now you just need some hot glue. Oh, for goodness sake. And you want to you want to put some hot glue on top and just kind of move it around so that it flattens itself out on the flat end, not the pointy end. If you want to make the flattening out easier, you can also take this and put it down on some parchment paper. Now that it's dry enough, I'm just kind of using the table to flatten out the edge. There. Perfect. Now we have the little end of our knitting needle. Now we just need some paint. Where is my painting mat? Goodness. Because my painting mat is nowhere to be found. I have a paintbrush. This is a really big one, but you can use a smaller one. That's honestly suggested. You can use any color of paint you want for this little tip at the end. I'm just using some black to give it a kind of metally look. There. Now I just need that to dry. Put that over there. And I'm going to make another one. So we'll have a pair. And I'll be right back. Now that we've got all that done, we have 2 little knitting needles that I am going to stick into this little ball of yarn. Okay, if I can figure out how to do that. There's one, and there's 2. Ooh, they're still a bit wet. Now we have this adorable little ball of yarn with knitting needles. Oh, I definitely need to move this. Okay, now we have a little knitting needle for her. I'm gonna go do some knitting. And she can make hats, just like this one. And also, normally I wouldn't show this in my video, but while I was making this video, I had a complete fail while I was trying to make a sewn hat. Well, I made this thing, and I just thought I'd show it since it's pretty terrible. But sometimes my crafts turn out like this. So I just thought this was a funny fail to show everyone. Fits on her head like that. But I think that it can still be of use. I'll just keep it. Now we have our hat. I'm gonna put on her. Perfect. And her little knitting needles and her ball of yarn. There. She's going to knit everything because it's not a sewing project. Away! So there were our crafts for today. Little ball of yarn, 2 little knitting needles, goodness, and a little hat, which I am going to figure out how to fix. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I hope to make more videos like this in the future because I love making little things like this. And that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed my 3 Barbie-sized crafts. Goodbye for good luck. T, signing off. Bye!